Right now, multiple Madison area healthcare providers are looking to fill thousands of vaccination openings.
And meet a COVID long hauler, a Janesville teen's ongoing battle and recent diagnosis in connection to it.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us. We've seen college students step up to slow the spread of COVID before, and the UW is asking them to do it again.
This time it's a call to get a vaccine, and they don't need to go far to get one. Adam Duster joins us from campus with why the school believes now is a crucial time to get a shot. Adam?
Well, simply put, the university has a lot of doses to offer right now. And while about 40% of staff and students have already had a chance to get at least one shot, their chances to do so here on campus have been incredibly limited. That is until this next week. University Health Services expects to get nearly 5 times as many vaccine doses next week as in weeks past. So they're hosting a weekend clinic here on campus Saturday and Sunday with the hopes of using as many as possible. And lately, new cases on campus have been down due to increased testing and vaccinations, but health officials say there's still the chance COVID-19 could spread rapidly if left unchecked.
This becomes, again, even more important when we're talking about the newer variants, where we find that these particular versions of COVID can spread to more people within a space.
And we're just weeks away from graduation ceremonies, and UW has already said they plan to hold those in person. But the school is still warning students, especially as the weather gets nicer here in Madison, that they're not allowed to gather in big, large groups. And tonight, they're just stressing that they want students to sign up for their chance to get a shot while they have a chance to.
Adam, thank you. And a similar story at SSM Health, the healthcare provider says, thanks to more abundant vaccine supplies, it's offering thousands more appointments. This will be beginning next week. Those patients who have established first dose vaccination appointments for later in May or June are invited to reschedule if they want for an earlier date. And 2 new variants have been found now in Rock County. Today, the county health department reporting the variants P1 and B1351. Those were the variants first found in travelers from Brazil in January and South Africa in October. The UK variant of the virus was already found in Rock County last month.
In the last day, over 48,000 Wisconsinites have been newly vaccinated, and just over 700 new COVID cases have been reported, which is lower than the 7-day average. New tonight, a local pastor has been arrested and charged with 4 counts of possession of child pornography. 74-year-old Peter Olson was taken into custody yesterday by the Monona Police Department and State Department of Justice. According to a release, police received a referral by the Wisconsin Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force.
Wisconsin DNR says fire danger will remain high to very high across the state as we enter the weekend. Forecasts expect to bring low humidity, breezy conditions, warmer temperatures around south central Wisconsin. Most counties are in that yellow or high category. The DNR says vegetation is drying out, makes it easier for a fire to start and spread. I did my little forecast thing. I kind of gave it away, Gary, as we start to head for the weekend, but things are drying up a bit out there.
Yeah, I think the worst of it will probably be by Monday. That's when the temperatures will be warmest, humidity levels will be lowest, and the winds will be strongest. But right now, we're just enjoying the nice weather. Live view from the WISC Skycam shows plenty of sunshine over southern Wisconsin and not a drop of rain anywhere around here. We could see a shower chance tomorrow, but the air is very dry, and you can see what happened. Last night, temperatures were in the teens and 20s through much of southern Wisconsin. Here in Madison, we dropped to 22 degrees, but look at how quickly we warmed up. We went from 22 this morning to 61 this afternoon. Dry air can do that, and temperatures right now are still pretty mild, right around 60 in Madison, still in the lower 60s in Janesville. By tomorrow morning, we'll only drop into the lower 40s thanks to cloud cover that'll be moving in later on tonight. Tomorrow will be cloudy. We could see a chance for a shower. It'd be a little cooler with a high temperature of 55, but still have that warm up in the forecast for next week. I'll have more details in a few minutes.
The State Department of Health Services will begin using a tool called Vaccine Finder, aimed at helping connect more people with vaccine providers. The program will replace the department's current online map showcasing providers, which launched in February. Vaccine Finder was introduced by the CDC last month. It might finally be easier to schedule your vaccine appointment, but a lot of that depends on where you live. SSM Health, which has vaccination clinics across our area, tells us demand is much stronger in Dane County compared to some surrounding counties. Dane County also has an above average % of its residents who have gotten one shot compared to the rest of the state. Rock, Dodge, and Jefferson counties, meanwhile, are falling below.
Had far fewer people signing up. We maybe have 3 or 4 people signing up each day as opposed to the hundreds and, thousands that we're registering in the first few weeks. And we're having a lot of trouble filling those appointments.
Coming up at 10, Madeline O'Neill looks into the differences in supply and demand between counties and vaccinators' efforts to get those shots out.
How will COVID impact a child long term? As one researcher puts it, that's $1 million question. Investigative reporter Naomi Coles explains for some teens who catch COVID, emerging evidence points to a whole new diagnosis afterwards that takes a lot longer to get rid of.
I can't expect me to have a good day tomorrow or like the next week. Like I have to take it day by day.
We first met Ava Pennycook in Janesville 6 months ago, 3 months after her COVID diagnosis.
I was healthy before I got it.
All she knew then was it was taking a long time to get better. Now 16, Ava knows more about why she's always tired and battles brain fog, nausea, and more.
I know that it's not going to stop if I don't understand it and accept it, but it's hard.
Symptoms get better, then worse. When I spoke to Ava last week.
Hey Ava, how you doing? How you feeling?
Good. Today I feel pretty good. It's not one of the greatest days I've had.
She had just come back from a long day at the doctor for a lot of new tests. I learned later workups came back positive for 2 autoimmune-related disorders. Plus, in mid-February, she was diagnosed with POTS, an autonomic disorder that brings fatigue, headaches, brain fog, and difficulty standing or walking.
The autonomic nervous system is part of the central nervous system, and it's what controls all of the kind of automatic things that you don't think about: heart rate, blood pressure, circulation.
One of her doctors, a POTS specialist at the Madison Children's Hospital, says it's a common diagnosis for teens and young women. Now, Erin Marriott is treating quite a few teens where COVID appears to be a trigger.
So we're seeing that a good amount now. There isn't a lot of data about teenagers experiencing long-haul COVID, so I think it's something evolving.
Dr. Towne at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine is researching the long-term connection between long-haul COVID and autonomic disorders.
That's $1 million question.
He believes emerging evidence points to dysautonomia being a more common result of long COVID than other issues like lung or heart conditions, but says more research is needed.
Intuition says maybe, if not most, significant proportion of long COVID syndrome probably have POTS or some type of autonomic dysfunction.
POTS in general is hard to diagnose.
Most patients see about 7 providers before they find out their diagnosis of POTS. Lab work, EKGs, x-rays all come back normal, but the patient just feels really awful.
And doctors believe some versions of it are more likely to also be present alongside an autoimmune disorder, like Ava was also just diagnosed with. While it's frustrating, there is hope for long-haul COVID patients who end up with POTS.
We have great plans, exercise protocols in place that patients can start doing and can really feel better.
For Ava, a dedicated all-star cheerleader who has struggled to keep up the last year, she'll sit out next year, focused instead on healing.
I really love it, but I feel like I have to take a break to be able to focus on myself.
While Ava had COVID pretty badly last summer, medical experts say that for many teens, POTS diagnoses follow a very mild case. You can check online later for more on Ava's case, as well as our first reporting on her 6 months ago.
Well, Naomi Coles reporting tonight. Naomi, thank you.
Still to come, a partnership between a local brewery and a cannabis company, and breaking ground on a new exhibit at the Children's Museum. Stay with us.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom, plus no interest if paid in full in 2 years. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you.
Welcome to Delicious. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we always offer genuine value on the things you need. So during our big spring sale, you know the savings will be huge. Right now, shop great deals, like $60 off this Yard Force mower, only $289.99. Save $5 on women's CGCG shorts, crops, and capris. And this special buy Charbroil gas grill is only $199.99 while supplies last. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, no interest if paid in full in 2 years. Call today.
Patio enclosures. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The Madison Children's Museum is breaking ground today on a new 10,000 square foot outdoor exhibit. According to a release, the exhibit will feature a massive climbing sculpture as its centerpiece, the museum's historic log cabin, and assorted smaller hands-on exhibits. Demolition scheduled to start on Monday. The exhibit will be complete, open to the public by late summer.
There's a local man making a difference day after day, but it's how he's doing it that has people talking. Matt Willie, or better known as Karaoke Matt, is a 30-year-old Whitewater native with a knack for TikTok. Through the social media platform, he spent more than a year working to support local businesses and those in need during the pandemic. It started off with him selling calendars. He said it was a way to spread some smiles and lighten the mood, but it's turned into much more than that.
I've always been one that wanted to entertain. You know, I want to sing. That's my passion is to sing. But this is second best. You know, I mean, this is something that I love to do. It gives me a fulfillment of something that is needed around here.
Matt is using all the money donated through his calendars and giving back to those in need here in the 608. Now he even has all sorts of merchandise for sale up on his website, like shirts and hats. We have a link to that on channel3000.com.
Well, check this out. Local brewery teaming up with a Madison cannabis company, raising some money for charity. Carbon 4 and Honeybee Cannabis coming together to create a new flavor of beer using locally sourced honey. They put together a special package deal that is for sale for $110, with a portion of that going to the Clean Lakes Alliance and the Henry Vilas Zoo.
Charity and being a part of the community is fundamental to K4. We've always been extremely active in donating anything and everything possible to all sorts of different causes in the community, and then specifically when COVID hit.
He says the partnership is the latest effort in their K4 project, which is the brewery's community outreach program. The honey beer cases, well, that's in limited supply, only available at the tap room on a first-come, first-served basis.
Still ahead, it's all about Earth Day, from an electric vehicle parade downtown to a free tree giveaway and a group effort cleaning up local county parks. And Gary Canalti will look at changes in our climate that are affecting us on Earth Day, and a look at our first warn forecast after this.
Tonight on CBS, it's a night of comedy and drama, beginning with Young Sheldon, followed by United States of Al, plus Mom, Be Positive, and the thriller Clarice. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Get your lawn off to a great start this spring with Jung Garden Center. It's time to apply fertilizer and weed control, including crabgrass preventer. And Jung has the lawn care supplies you need. Open 7 days a week. Shop Jung Garden Center today.
What kind of beef do the best steakhouses serve? Meet the facts. Fact, the best steakhouses serve prime beef. And Hy-Vee has prime reserve beef. So you can get steakhouse quality right in your own backyard from Hy-Vee. If you want to know who's passionate about prime beef, get the facts at meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
Millions
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider. They do? Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals. Wow, really? Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $195 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze at $11,995 or $195 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Get your lawn off to a great start this spring with Jung Garden Center. It's time to apply fertilizer and weed control, including crabgrass preventer. And Jung has the lawn care supplies you need. Open 7 days a week. Shop Jung Garden Center today.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. As part of Earth Day this afternoon, several local organizations put together an electric vehicle parade in downtown Madison. Started at Birmingham Park, made its way downtown through the university around the Capitol Square. Organizers say with transportation emissions accounting for the largest share of greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S., electric vehicles are a significant solution to the climate emergency. Governor Evers setting a goal to plant 75 million trees across the state by the end of the decade. That pledge came as part of an executive order today that also aimed to conserve 125,000 acres of forest land in the state. According to the DNR, of the 75 million trees expected to be planted, the majority would go toward restoring existing forest land. The rest would be planted to convert old agricultural land to new forestry.
And a large-scale Earth Day cleanup effort today at Prairie Moraine County Park. Several organizations, including the Prairie Moraine Friends, Ice Age Trail Alliance, Dane County Parks, and Operation Fresh Start, all doing some conservation work there. From picking up garbage to brush mowing, seed planting, and restoration work, dozens of people pitched in to help today.
So now more than ever, our parks are essential, and we get to provide a safe haven outside for people to come out and recreate, whether you're walking your dog like you're here in this dog park or hiking the Ice Age Trail just on the other side of the fence. We're really proud to be able to offer those opportunities.
In 2019, she says about 3 million people visited the park, but that number went up about 30% in 2020 when 4 million people visited. SSM and Dean Health today also getting into the Earth Day spirit, giving away free jack pine saplings. Representatives were handing out at 2 locations, Badger Prairie County Park in Verona and Lunny Lake Park County Park in Madison. They were available on a first-come, first-served basis.
Well, on this Earth Day, Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast. Pretty nice day out there to be outdoors, Gary.
It is. We had bright sunshine for the day today, a great day to celebrate Earth Day, which came into being back in 1970, started by Wisconsin Senator Gaylord Nelson. And it's hard to believe that it's only been about 50 years since we've had an Earth Day, and every year, as the climate changes, it becomes more and more urgent that we start taking some action to arrest the development of more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And if you take a look at global carbon dioxide levels over the last 800,000 years, a lot of times people say, well, we've always had variations in this. And we have. Through the Earth's history, we can take ice core samples and figure out how much carbon dioxide was in the atmosphere during different parts of the last 800,000 years. But take a look at what has happened since the start of the Industrial Revolution back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has gone from around 300 parts per million, which is kind of the peak peaks that you've seen over the last 800,000 years and has jumped up to now close to 425 parts per million in the atmosphere. And as that level of carbon dioxide has gone up, so has the average temperature across the Earth. And you can see just since the late 1800s to now, the average global temperature has risen by almost 2 degrees. 1.1 degrees, actually, we're almost right exactly at 2 degrees Fahrenheit and about 1.1 degrees centigrade. And that will continue to rise as carbon dioxide levels continue to increase. Closer to home across the United States, average temperatures over the last 50 years since the first Earth Day have climbed about a little over 2 degrees Fahrenheit. But here in Madison, it's even more pronounced. Our increase has been 2.9 degrees. A lot of that occurs during the winter months. We just aren't seeing those really long, prolonged cold spells. We had one in February for a couple of weeks, but the rest of the winter was fairly mild. And that has been more the rule rather than the exception now as temperatures continue to increase because of more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. 3 things you need to know in the short term. The sunshine that we had today will go away, and we'll be looking at more cloud cover with temperatures in the mid-50s for the next couple of days, just a slight chance of showers. Sunday will be a little chillier. In fact, we could see some frost in the morning. Temperatures starting out around freezing. Look for high temperatures in the lower 50s, but then we really take off with temperatures back to around 70 on Monday and upper 70s on Tuesday with some showers and thunderstorms midweek. Last night it was cold across the entire Midwest. Temperatures 20s and 30s. A few places dropped down into the teens. Here in Madison, we were down to 22, but current temperatures are in the upper 50s to lower 60s. That's about a 40-degree temperature rise in some cases. And as we look at weather track, other than a patch of clouds with some showers, and that'll be moving across southern Wisconsin tomorrow, most of the Midwest seeing a fair amount of sunshine. The weather pattern pretty quiet right now. There'll probably be some strong to severe thunderstorms the next couple of days down near the Gulf Coast as the weather pattern starts to become a little more active and the upper level jet stream winds start to become a little more southwesterly. Right now they're more westerly, so we're not seeing a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico being moved northward, but that will change as we head into next week. Right now on the surface, winds are starting to pick up out of the south out to the west of us, and that's helping to bring our temperatures back up. They're mainly in the upper 50s and lower 60s through much of our part of the Midwest. On future track, you can see the clouds moving in here later on tonight and a chance of showers tomorrow, but notice how those showers really fizzle out as they head in our direction. So for tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 55 degrees, not quite as mild as today thanks to the cloud cover, just a chance of showers. On future track, clear skies this evening, turn cloudy overnight. That keeps low temperatures up into the lower 40s. High temperatures tomorrow, middle 50s with just a chance of showers. A slight chance of a shower tomorrow night, low temperatures again in the lower 40s, and then back to near 60 on Saturday. A slight chance for a shower during the day. Then we'll turn a little colder for Sunday night. Rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch when it does occur, but the 7 to 10 day forecast, a big jump in temperatures early next week, showers and thunderstorms midweek, and then temperatures cooling off back to around normal by the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, Badger volleyball a little over 2 hours from their Final Four match. Why they say they're ready to mess with Texas. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
WILDE Towne Honda is Wisconsin's Dealer of the Year. Save with 0% financing for up to 60 months on over 400 new Hondas at WILDE Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. The perfect paint for when the nursery becomes the bedroom. That becomes his room. That becomes your favorite room in the house. Paint because you want to, not because you have to. For results that stand up to whatever life brings, trust Pittsburgh Paints and Stains, exclusively at Menards. Get 11% off everything, including Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get a large Fiesta chicken pizza. Papa Murphy's.
It's spring, the perfect time to update your home. And right now, during Steinhoffel's Room Design Event, you can save 35 to 50% on all the latest styles and trends. And with Steinhoffel's Decorating Solutions, our designers will help make refreshing your home a breeze. Steinhoffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses, all under one roof. The Room Design Event, only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
At Wild East Towne Honda, lease a new Civic for $189. That's $189 and absolutely zero do-it signing. Save on over 400 new Hondas at Wild East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Hey folks, Friday morning we'll update the weekend rain chances in Chris's first warn forecast, and it's a coffee shop on wheels. In the 608, we'll show you how they do it and how they're giving back to the community. Join us Friday morning from 4:30 to 7.
Even though Kelly Sheffield might not openly say it, Monday was the first time all season Wisconsin volleyball was tested. And they passed their test against Florida to advance to the Final Four. But now it's going to be even tougher against the Longhorns. Texas enters 26-1 and has a lot more game experience this season than UW does. But it's not like the Badgers aren't prepared. Their practices are better than some matches.
We have so much depth on our team that playing 6v6 in our practice is almost like playing an entire Big Ten match. It's actually insane, and some people might not believe us, but walk into our practice gym and you'll know right away. But we felt very prepared coming in, and we still feel prepared, and we play big matches every day in practice, so we're ready for the real thing too.
And don't forget, the real thing is tonight against Texas. Winner heads to the national championship game. First serve is set for around 8:30 on ESPN. Graham Mertz had a smile from ear to ear once he found out both Danny Davis and Kendrick Pryor were coming back for another year. And the news wasn't too shocking either. The duo tore up the field against Illinois and Michigan, combining for 8 catches for 149 receiving yards and a touchdown catch. But then the injury bug bit. So with the opportunity to have a full off season and basically everyone coming back on offense, it was an easy decision to make.
I just wanted to, finish strong with my team and be able to put together a full season and basically just attack it with everybody.
Some workouts were kind of funky where we're doing stuff and then we're told we're not having a season and then coming back. So just like all of that and like with my teammates, just going out there just because I think this year could be really special offense and defense wise. And I think we could do a lot of good things that may shock a lot of people this year.
The NFL Draft is a week away, and ESPN's draft guru Mel Kiper has the Packers going offense with their first-round pick in his latest mock draft. He's projecting Green Bay to take Minnesota wideout Rashad Bateman, 29th overall, and Kiper described him as a whale of a player and said he looks like a Green Bay Packer. And the Brewers' first-round pick in the 2020 draft, Garrett Mitchell, will start his professional career with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Opening day is May 4th against the Beloit Snappers. And it's not the first time he's played baseball in the Midwest. Last season, Mitchell played in the Northwoods League with the Mankato Moondogs. Gary, that's one of my favorite parts about minor league baseball, the team name.
You bet. And Northwoods baseball is always fun to watch. Today would have been a nice night for baseball. We had lots of sunshine today. Temperatures will stay a little milder thanks to cloud cover that's moving in, but not looking for any rain tonight. Temperatures right now right around 60. Janesville still at 63, as is Lone Rock. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to about 41 in Madison. Look for clouds to move back in. Highs tomorrow mid-50s with some rain shower chances. A slight chance on Saturday, and then a warm-up early next week with some thunderstorms about the middle part of the week.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.